Welcome to our channel. Our topic today is entitled The Prophets, the Messengers of God and the Law of Profusion. Before we begin, please like, share, and comment. If you're ready, let us begin. All of the prophets and messengers of God understood the law of profusion and the power of the mind. All of the prophets and messengers of God understood that heaven represents the ether that's around us. The wealth is all around the planet in the ether. All of the prophets and messengers of God understood and followed the 7 spiritual laws of success. 1. The law of pure potentiality. Our essential nature is pure potential. 2. The law of giving and receiving. The universe operates on the principle of dynamic exchange. 3. The law of karma. We are infinite choice makers, cause and effect. 4. The law of least effort. The economy of effort. 5. The law of intention and desire. I am what I think about all the time. 6. The law of detachment, the wisdom of uncertainty. Must come out of comfort zone into faith zone. Come out of the known into the unknown. 7. The law of dharma, purpose in life. Must be at peace with your destiny. Ecclesiastes 5 verse 19 reads furthermore, "As for every man to whom God has given riches and wealth, he has also empowered him to eat from them, and to receive his reward and rejoice in his labor. This is the gift of God." Deuteronomy 8 verse 18 reads, "But remember the Lord, sustainer, your God, for it is he who gives you the ability to produce wealth, and so confirms his covenant, which he swore to your forefathers as it is today." Deuteronomy 28 verses 1 to 4 New International Version reads, "If you fully obey the Lord your God, and carefully follow all his commands I give you today, the Lord your God will set you high above all the nations on earth. All these blessings will come on you and accompany you if you obey the Lord your God. You will be blessed in the city and blessed in the country. The fruit of your womb will be blessed, and the crops of your land and the young of your livestock, the calves of your herds and the lambs of your flocks." Holy Quran chapter 57 verse 7 reads, "Believe in Allah and his messenger, Muhammad, and spend of that whereof he has made you trustees. And such of you as believe and spend in Allah's way, there will be a great reward." Holy Quran chapter 24 verse 33 reads, "And give them something yourselves out of the wealth of Allah which he has bestowed upon you. You shall certainly be tried and tested in your wealth and properties and in your personal selves, and you shall certainly hear much that will grieve you from those who receive the scripture before you, Jews and Christians, and from those who ascribe partners to Allah. But if you persevere patiently and become al-muttaqin, then verily, that will be a determining factor in all affairs, and that is from the great matters, which you must hold on with all your efforts." Holy Quran chapter 3 verse 186. The report given of the life of Abraham in the Bible shows a man of great wealth and abundance/substance. Abraham, Ishmael, and Isaac were exceedingly or profusely wealthy men. Abraham was blessed by the Creator to operate under the law of profusion because he was at peace or at one with the creation and therefore at one with the Creator of that creation. Stephen Caesar, in his book The Wealth and Power of the Biblical Patriarchs, states the following: "The fact that they owned both donkeys and camels in the Bronze Age shows just how profusely rich they were. The rarity of domesticated animals in the Bronze Age Near East, combined with the economic advantages enjoyed by camel owners over non-camel owners, along with the exclusive ability of the rich to initiate camel domestication and to profit from it, provide a significant connection to the patriarchs as described in the book of Genesis. The Creator gave him flocks, herds, silver, gold, manservants, maidservants, camels, donkeys, and gold. Abraham was blessed with a huge empire because he developed an empire state of mind. Genesis 13 verse 2, and Abraham, was very rich in livestock, in silver, and in gold. Genesis 24 verse 10, then the servant took 10 of his master's camels and departed, in part. Genesis 24 verse 35, the Lord has blessed my master greatly, and he has become great, and he has given him flocks and herds, silver and gold, male and female servants, and donkeys. Genesis 24 verse 53, then the servant Abraham's servant, brought out jewelry of silver, jewelry of gold, and clothing, and gave them to Rebekah. He also gave precious things to her brother and her mother. Isaiah 51 verse 2, Look to Abraham your father, and to Sarah who bore you. For I called him alone, and blessed him, and increased him. According to Genesis 13 verse 5, his nephew Lot was also blessed with flocks and herds and tents. In fact, the number of herds and flocks between Lot and Abraham, was so great until it caused a great strain upon the land. Also, in Genesis 13 verse 15 and 13:10 and 11 we see that Abram and Lot both had great real estate holdings. Abraham had an army of 318 trained warriors according to Genesis 14 verse 14. He was also able to pay 400 shekels of silver for a burial plot for his wife, Sarah, according to Genesis 23 verse 16. Abraham was a very wealthy man who had a peaceful and more than adequate source of income and legitimate trade. He was, as previously mentioned, a sheikh, king, CEO, imam, and khalifa, as attested to by Genesis 23 verses 6 to 7. The word prince implies one who is elected by assembly. The prophet Isaac was also very rich and prosperous, as was his sons Esau and Jacob. A sense of the prophet Isaac's wealthy is given in Genesis 26 verse 12 to 14. Then Isaac sowed seed in that land, and received in the same year 100 times as much as he had planted, and the Lord favored him with blessings. And the man became great and gained more and more until he became very wealthy and distinguished. He owned flocks, herds, and a great supply of servants, and the Philistines envied him. Amplified Bible. The prophets Abraham and Isaac received their blessings in times of great abundance, and in times of drought, recession, and famine. Their blessings, as we can see from Scripture, came not just in tenfold or 10% increase, but in 100% increase. Abraham, Lot, Ishmael, Isaac, Esau, and Jacob all had great estates with hundreds of employees. Jacob, the son of Isaac and the grandson of Abraham, according to Genesis, was extremely wealthy. Genesis 31 verses 17 to 18, Then Jacob rose and set his sons and his wives on camels. And he carried away all his livestock and all his possessions which he had gained, his acquired livestock which he had gained in Padan Aram, to go to his father Isaac in the land of Canaan. Genesis 32 verse 5, I have oxen, donkeys, flocks, and male and female servants. In Genesis 32 verses 13 to 15, we see enormous amount of wealth Jacob was ready to give to his brother Esau as tribute. Genesis 32 verses 13 to 15, So he lodged there that same night, and took what came to his hand as a present for Esau his brother. 200 female goats and 20 male goats. 200 ewes and 20 rams. 30 milk camels with their goats. 40 cows and 10 bulls. 20 female donkeys and 10 foals. Esau, the brother of Jacob, the oldest son of Isaac and the grandson of Abraham, was a very wealthy and influential man, also as attested to in Genesis 32 verse 6. Then the messengers returned to Jacob, saying, We came to your brother Esau, and he also is coming to meet you, and 400 men are with him. Not only did Esau have an army or corporation of 400 men, he had great wealth and was not in need of anything, as we see from his response to his brother Jacob in regard to his tribute offering. Genesis 33 verse 9, But Esau said, I have enough, my brother. Keep what you have for yourself. Stephen Caesar, in the book The Wealth and Power of the Biblical Patriarchs, states the following. Not only does Genesis portray the patriarchs as merchants, sedentary farmers, and nomads, but it makes them out to be warriors as well, able to conduct warfare and conclude peace treaties in their own right. The prophet Abraham and his descendants were wealthy agropastoralists who traveled frequently, operated in family units, owned and farmed land, and also amassed fortunes in precious metals and livestock.